Hi guys! Today I'm going to show you how I made my very own pie crust or pie dough. It's very simple and easy to follow, and any of you can do it. So let's do it! First, we will mix half cup ice cold water with 1 tablespoon vinegar. For this, I am using apple cider vinegar, but you can choose whatever you want. Any vinegar will do. And then we will grease our baking pan with a little bit of cooking oil. Just like that. And then dust it with a little bit of flour just to make sure that the pie crust doesn't stick to the pan. Shake it a little bit and just make sure that the bottom is covered with flour. That's it. Let's start mixing the ingredients. First is the flour. And then the salt, sugar. Mix it again. Okay, so before now, I already cut the butter into small cubes. And you might want to make sure that your butter is cold, so I kept it in the fridge for a bit. Ideally, we need a food processor here. What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to cut the butter into smaller pieces. I had to improvise. So now it's time to add the mixture that we did a while back. The vinegar and water mixture. We will add 5 tablespoons of that first. See how it comes out. 4 and 5. So again, this is supposed to be processed with a food processor, but since we don't have that, we have to mix the dough. So as you can see, the dough is not yet forming, like becoming solid right now, but don't worry about that because it's supposed to be like this. And now you have to knead it on the table. Okay, so this is the part where you have to form it into a ball of dough. So it doesn't have to look perfect like when you make a bread dough. This one has to be a bit dry, and you don't have to worry. It doesn't have to be perfect. If your dough looks like this, then you're doing the right thing. We don't want to put too much liquid on the dough because we want to let the butter do its work. So just keep pressing and squeezing until you get this texture of the dough. And now, there, I think we have it. So now we have to wrap it with cling film and then put it in the fridge for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, you just have to dust your table with some flour, and then we can start rolling. I like to pound my dough to flatten it. And roll. Don't worry about putting too much flour during when you try to flatten your dough. We don't want the dough to stick on the table. So you have to check from time to time that the dough is not sticking onto the surface, to the table. So this is my technique of not tearing the dough apart. And again on the other side, make sure it doesn't stick. So I do this just to make sure that it doesn't tear. There you go. And now we have to make sure that the dough is fitted very well on the corners of the pan, because we don't want the dough to collapse when you put your filling in your pie. And now I just have to trim the edges. Just trim. So like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then you just fold the edges back up. Make sure that the edge sits onto the edge of the lid of the pan. There you go. So what I do to finish the pie crust is to pinch it with 2 fingers on the outside and 1 index finger from the inside. So there we have it, our pie crust. Thanks for watching.